Hello, my name is Astrology and I am a Vedic astrologer. Today marks the day where I open my YouTube channel and I decipher artists' Rashi charts, birth charts in astrology, and I will put my in-depth analysis on my YouTube channel, and I'll start first by and analyzing Jeon Jungkook's birth chart. So, why Jeon Jungkook? Okay, I have a confession to make. Jungkook has been my bias since 2014. See, I have been a fan of Bangtan since I was grade 7. So, they caught my attention, and of course, I've been in ARMY ever since. So, yes, please keep in mind that I am doing this for entertainment purposes and for what do you call that? To spread Vedic astrology. So, if you want me to read your birth chart, please say it down in the comment section. I'll probably post my IG after this, but let's see. Okay, so first I want to say that Jeon Jungkook, the native, if you hear me say the native, please take note that I am referring to Jeon Jungkook. So the native ascendant is Hashta Nakshatra, and right off the bat, I know that he is mellow-natured and sensitive. He's extremely kind. So, Hashta Nakshatra is Virgo and is ruled by the moon. It is represented by the hands, specifically the fist. Okay, so I know that he is extremely hardworking. Based off that information, he's extremely hardworking, and he has to fight to get what he wants. I see obstacles in his life, and I do realize that everybody has obstacles in their lives, but he was destined to have more than the normal amount. Okay, and Hashta Nakshatra, this is often associated to those business-minded people, since most billionaires have this ascendant, have this nakshatra. So if he does become a CEO, a boss, or a ruler someday, a ruler of some kind, I see him being extremely calm. Like, he does not believe that exuding aggressive energy would get a task done. Do you know what I mean? Like, he thinks arguments are such a waste of time. That's how he thinks. Okay. So I do believe that since the moon, you know how the moon has different phases in life. Sometimes it's waxing and waning and stuff like that. I do believe that he has ups and downs in life. He keeps on repeating this cycle of being up, of being down, of being up, of being down, until the age of 26, 27, 28, 29. Okay, by the age of 30 to 75, he will be stabilizing. Right, he will achieve stability. But before that, he will keep on being up and down, up and down, up and down. So, do not underestimate him, because he will fight. He is a fighter if he needs to fight. Alright? Remember, Hashta Nakshatra is still ruled by the fist. And his Venus is in the first house. he's beautiful. Need I say more? So his Venus is in the first house. Usually this placement makes a person extremely beautiful. They have beautiful personality, they have a beautiful physique, so they're just exuding with beauty. And seeing as how Venus is in the first house and this is a man, his spouse might be introduced to him. Alright, Venus also represents the wife in a man's chart. This also makes the native extremely hyper aware of himself. For example, I'll give an example. He knows which leg is thicker than the other one, which arm is longer than the other one. He knows that he has a scar on his body. He knows that he's this and that, and you get it? I mean, he's extremely hyper aware of himself. He knows what's happening on his body, and he's like a magnifying glass. Everything that's in his body, it's magnified at an extreme degree. And since Venus is sitting on the sign of Virgo, I see him being extremely into exercising, because Virgo is represented by the hands and the fist. He wants to take good care of himself, and since Venus in Virgo represented by the hands and the fist, he's into what do you call that? Boxing, martial arts. He's into those things. I think there was a video of him boxing backstage. Him in the shiny pants. Oh my goodness, shiny pants. But yeah, he's into those things. I also see him, because with this placement, I see the native wanting to thrive, to keep himself beautiful. Yeah, and with this placement, I also see him that he's a people pleaser. For the good or for the bad, he is extremely concerned of what people think of him. He doesn't want to be thought negatively. So when people, he wants people to love him, but at the same time, he wants to be himself. He's extremely sensitive about those matters. Okay? But he wants people to love him, whether or not he has tattoos, whether or not he's an idol, he's good at singing, he's good at this, or whether he's young or he's old, he will always be begging for people's love and appreciation. Yeah, that's the word, appreciation. Venus is said to be the ruler of the eyes. So people with this placement, I usually I observe that Venus in the first house makes a native have extremely beautiful eyes. Like, whether what shape or what color, the first thing that you notice is the eyes. It's like you're automatically attracted to them. And I remember this is true because I remember Rap Monster saying in an interview that the first thing that he noticed about Jungkook was his eyes, and they were extremely doe-like and childlike even. They were extremely innocent, and they were exuding off youth and innocence. Yeah. People with this placement, with Venus in the first house, are Angelina Jolie, Bella Hadid, if I'm right. Venus in the first house. who's that? The actress who became a princess in Monaco. I mean, queen, I think. A royal in Monaco. I forgot. Grace Kelly. I think she's extremely beautiful. I did her chart, and she had a Venus in her first house. There are lots of... Oh, I have Venus in my first house as well. And I get that from a lot of people. People say that, oh, you have extremely beautiful eyes. And I'll be like, thank you. I'm sorry. But you get my point. Venus rules the eyes. And it also rules the it also makes a native have extremely beautiful voice. I guess this is this reflects Jungkook's voice. Remember, he has an extremely pleasant voice to listen to. Venus is a devotion to gods and goddesses, and Venus is the karka of fine things such as fine wine, fine clothes, fine food. So Venus is the karka of luxuries in life. Virgo represents the original 6th house energy, and when you place Venus in this sign, you find that Venus is uncomfortable in this sign because you see Venus has to fight for it to enjoy the fine things in life, the luxuries in life. For example, it has to fight to eat fine food. It has to fight to drink fine wine. It has to fight to find devotion in life. It has to fight to attain those luxuries in life. So Venus has to fight. Alright? Venus has to fight. And I understand that Venus is in his chart. Venus is in Hashta. So when this is a man and he has a Venus in his Hashta, that makes him a natural healer. Alright? Not him, since Venus is the wife. I see the wife being a natural healer, and since Venus is in Virgo, the wife is a healer of hands, using her hands, and I see that the wife has healing hands, like that friend that you have when you talk to her, and she gently places a hand on your back and she assures you that everything is all right. For some odd reason, you believe her, and her touch alone can make you feel healed and whole. I just analyzed this because the Karkavashta of Venus is the spouse, so he might have healing hands, but I strongly see the spouse having the healing hands. Since this is in the debilitated state, Venus is in the debilitated state, I see the spouse having artistic abilities using their hands. Now, I know that's broad, that's extremely broad, but because there are forms of art where you use your voice, you use your feet. In this spouse, I see her being heavily dependent on hands. I also see that everything that he has in this life, he has to fight for it. And the same thing can be said for the spouse. Everything that she has, she had to fight for it. Alright? Nothing was given to them on a silver platter. They both had to struggle. Yeah. They both had to struggle to get what they want, to get the luxuries that they want. and they might fight. They might have to fight for each other. Yeah. Oof. This is sweet. Oh, this is so sweet. This is extremely sweet. They have to fight for each other. Oh. And I see that a Venus in the Hashta makes the native how do I say this? A physical trainer? What do you call that? Those people in the gym who keep on telling you to do 20 squats or 20 push-ups or 30 push-ups. Fitness trainers. Yeah, Venus in Hashta makes the native an extremely good fitness trainer. What else? Oh yeah, since I see Venus in Hashta, he has difficulties in relationships. He is not good at relationships. There's something about relationships that he's not attuned to. Like, you know how people have different frequencies? You know how people have different frequencies, and it's like he doesn't get the frequency of being in a relationship. He's not attuned to it. So he might be in a difficult state when it comes to his spouse. Yeah. And since Venus is in Virgo, I see him being extremely critical of his partner, of his girlfriend, or of a romantic partner. For example, he would say, "Red looks better on you. Take off that green sweater," or this shade of lipstick suits you better, or I think vegetables are better for weight loss. Or he's extremely critical of his partner. He would tell her what to eat, what to wear. In some case, he will even tell her what to do. Yeah. So he's extremely critical of his partner. And since Venus is in Virgo, Virgo means virgin. Venus is the things that we're attracted to, so he's attracted to virgins. Virgins, either the women who have not yet had sexual interactions, or women who are like a hermit crab, who are homebodies and introverts. So his Mars is in the second house. So the Mars is the soldier in a native's chart, right? So it's, as a soldier, it's the one fighting. When the Mars is in the second house, the native is blessed with a dynamic speech. Yes, he can have this powerful voice. He can pump up a crowd and energize a crowd using his words, using his voice. I'm not sure if I should say this, but this is a wrong analogy, but do you know Hitler has this placement, and he the most famous person who has this placement is Hitler, because he can back then he used to energize a crowd using his powerful voice and words. And yeah. So with this placement, the native it reflects authority over the speech and the voice. So it's like an innate talent to have a powerful voice. Yeah. And I'm not sure if this is true, but he doesn't like vegetables. He doesn't like what do you call those, green. He doesn't like the salads, the greens. He prefers red meat. He's a meat eating person. So yeah, this might be true. Please comment down below if this is true. Oh, I also see him being fond of curses. Is this true? Like, he's really fond of curses, like bad words. Okay. I see him wanting to have control over his family. I see him being what do you call that? I see him having a lot of anger and not really displaying it. He just stores it around, which is really unhealthy. Whoa. I also see that he has this soldiers mentality when they have back centuries ago, when you give soldiers money, they immediately spend it on food, on wine, on women. They don't know how to save, so when they receive money, they immediately spend it. I see Jungkook having the same problem. It's like a karma for him. This was destined for him, and every time that he would have money, he would immediately spend it. But he will always have this energy to attain money. Alright? He would always have money, but he would spend it later on. So I see him being stuck in this soldier mentality by the ages of 23, 25, 27. Yeah, 27 to 28 years old. Yeah, he's gonna be stuck until 27 to 28 years old. Yeah. But after 27 to 28, he will be more responsible with his finances. He will know how to think of placing his earnings on mutual fund or hedge fund accounts, or on 401ks, or something that he knows will grow and will develop. But until then, he will have a soldier mentality. Oh no. Okay, so Mars in the second house, it can cause car accidents and injuries, cuts in the body. I'm not sure if I should say this. Okay, this causes car accidents and injuries and cuts in the body. So, but it's not like every time he gets into a car he's gonna go into an accident. No. It's like when certain planets are transiting, when there are certain transits, you would see him be in a car accident, and you would see him have injuries. Okay? So, but this is only triggered by transits. It's not immediately a curse. It's not like, oh, I'm going to go to the restaurant downtown, so I'll get my car, and once he goes into the car, boom, car crash. No, it's not like that. You need to find the certain transits for it to trigger. Okay? Yeah. In regards to money, I do see that he keeps on spending it on something, or it could be a someone. So remember, this will end by the ages of 27 to 28. Okay. Okay, so oh my, you know how I said that he will be stuck in the soldier mentality, like, oh, I have money, I need to spend it, right? But he will be like that by the ages of until the ages of 27 to 28. But I see that a few years after, he will still be spending it on something, even though he's thinking that, hey, I should put this in mutual funds or in the stock market or in the index funds. But even though I see him thinking like that, he cannot do that because he cannot do that because Mars is still in the second house. He will still spend it on something or someone, or just like it just goes out of the pocket, right? He has energy to attain it, he goes out of the pocket. But I do see this energy of having money and spending it. I do see this energy being stabilized by the ages of 36 to 38. So the soldier mentality will die at the ages of 27 to 28, but the receiving of money and the action of receiving money and throwing it away will die at the ages of 38. Yeah, by the age of 38 max. Okay, so I hope you got that. One thing to take note is his Mars is in Libra. His Mars is in Venus. So this can indicate two things. One is that he's a warrior of peace. This is the placement for diplomatic leaders, for those peace-loving people, those who believe that arguments and wars are such a waste of time and resources. And the other thing that it can indicate is, I'm not sure if I can say this, but Mars and Venus, his high sex drive. Okay. So it can indicate that, but I'm just saying, it can indicate a high sex drive. Mars and Venus. Anyway, so he wants to look decent at any time of the day. He wants to look nice during morning, lunch, or evening. He wants to smell nice. He wants to sound nice. Yeah, he's extremely aware of himself. Extremely aware. So, Jupiter represents the blessings and the gurus in a native's life. And I see Jeon Jungkook, or the gurus in his life, the ones who will teach him in this life are his children. I see that his children will be extremely dedicated to him. They will follow him no matter what he says or where he goes. He will have extremely dedicated children. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, that's extremely beautiful. But he might deny them at first, meaning he might not want to have children at first. The thought of having children is not enticing to him. But I do see him at one point in his life being, okay, I'm good with this. I like children. Yes, and when that happens, his children will be extremely dedicated to him. And they will teach him a lot. usually it's the father who teaches the things, but I see the other way around. I see it opposite. I see him learning from these children. Aw, it's cute. I also see the native having an extremely unique mind, a great mind with a unique perspective. Oh, I like this. So I see his Saturn in the 7th house, in the sign of Pisces. I see that this carries a huge aspect in his life, seeing as how the 1st house and the 7th house are opposites. See, it's the descendant. Yeah, I see this being a huge part in his life, bearing a lot of weight. I see him being extremely detailed oriented. He has this mentality, like everything is flawless or nothing is. You do this well, and when I mean well, I mean perfect. I want everything to be flawless and spotless. He has this type of mentality. Okay, I also want to take note that Saturn is a hard-working planet. It's factual, it's laborious, it's always working. And Saturn and Pisces. Pisces is the sign where it's always imagining, daydreaming. It's always wishing. It's always wishing, and you place Saturn in that sign. Saturn will struggle to feel at home in this sign. Saturn would be like, this isn't my sign. Saturn is extremely, how can I say this? Saturn is not, the element of the nature of what Saturn is. It's not compatible in that sign. It's not compatible with Pisces. So this placement is actually a reflection of the spouse. So he desires an older, mature partner. He loves the thought of having this wise, experienced, and mature partner in his arms. He loves that. And I do see that he can be attracted to foreigners. He can have a spouse who is a foreigner. I do see that Saturn would give him a love marriage. See, this is the thing though. I've seen a lot of people say that he won't have a happy marriage, because he has Saturn in the 7th, and that's because Saturn does not restrict the native of anything. It only delays it. So I see a delay in marriage. Due to his inability to connect, to be emotionally and spiritually receptive to anybody. Alright? And I see that he is going to be extremely, he's gonna have a difficult time being romantic with his spouse, seeing as Saturn is incredibly uncomfortable in the sign, much less this house. So if there's one thing that I should take note of, is that his Saturn in the 7th, he shouldn't really get married before the age of 28 to 29, 27, 28, or 29. He shouldn't be marrying before those ages, because I see that when he gets married before 27, 28, or 29, it will end up in separation or divorce. But he won't be when he gets married after 27, 28, or 29, I see him I still see him having a hard time being emotionally and spiritually receptive to anybody. And the only time that he can be emotionally or spiritually open to somebody is after the ages of 38, 39, 38 to 43. Right? I'm going that huge gap, 38 to 43. That is the gap that is the age, the time that he will understand how to be emotionally receptive. Yes. I see his energy stabilizing by then. So, before the ages of 28, if he gets married, it will end up in divorce. Before the ages of 38 to 43, he will not be able to be emotionally receptive to anybody. You see, when Saturn struggles to feel at home at a particular house, this plants anxiety to that house. So you remember what I told you about his inability to be emotionally and spiritually receptive to anybody? This is caused by his anxiety of relationships. That is, in his anxiety of relationships, that is caused by his Saturn feeling alienated at the 7th house. So he'll feel incredibly he'll feel that the relationships that he will have will be incredibly testing and difficult. So yeah. So the 7th house creates a lot of restrictions. His relationships has a lot of restrictions and anxiety, and it's a not messy because no one's really messy. It's just it's not ideal. There you go. That's the word. It's not an ideal placement. But I do believe that if he matures in age, he will mature spiritually and emotionally and mentally. By then he can have a relationship. If I could advise him, I would advise him to have a relationship after he's 38, not 28, 38, because by then he will be emotionally ready to be able to be receptive, and his Saturn would be remedied by then. So a lot of people tell in their YouTube channels or their blogs that he shouldn't be marrying before the ages of 28 or 20. I think it was 28, or was it 26? There's like an age limit to what they said. I do believe that, but here's the thing though, if he doesn't get married before the ages of 28, the ages of 29 to say 37, in 29 to 37, he cannot be emotionally receptive to anybody or spiritually receptive to anybody. So I just hope that before he gets into a relationship, he can be open, because I see anxiety here. I see I'm sorry, but I see anxiety here, and anxiety is deeply planted, and it's like a part of his identity. It's a heavy burden for him. This anxiety in relationships is a heavy burden for him, and because of this inability to connect he won't be open to anybody. So I highly suggest he get married after 38. 38. Okay, but that's just me. People have their different interpretations. That's just me. I see that, okay, let's, go to the next part. Oh, I see that he's extremely charismatic. He's the type of person who walks in the room and even though he doesn't try, everybody's eyes is on him. And I see that, he's just exuding with this aura that attracts people around him, you know? Yeah. I see his creative side, and it's extremely beautiful because it requires fun and play. So it's not all serious all the time. It's fun and play. I do see that, I know this sounds cliche, but he was born to be an entertainer. He was born to be in the spotlight, as if, he was born to be there, in that stage, on that stage, singing his heart out. Nice. Nice. This is so nice. If he wanted to, he can easily, mesmerize a crowd. He can pump up a crowd, energize a crowd. Nice. I do like this. This is nice. I see fashion, arts. Oh, I see law. That's nice. He could be really good at law if he wanted to. Cool. So, he will have many travels in this life. True. That's already proven to be true. He will have success from his birthland. And again, another true. Oh, his sun and moon is in the 12th house together. I see. Okay, again, I'm gonna reiterate. He's kind and emotional, but he may have a short temper, but he doesn't show that. He doesn't show that he's angry. He has a charming physique. True. Okay. I'm going to explain. The 12th house is the house of loss and the things that are not seen. So, he may not be as close as he wants to be with his father. This indicates, do you call this? He may feel the differences between his father and him. And same could be said for his sibling. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'll share too, guys. One of the combinations for poverty in astrology is sun and moon together in a house less than 5 degrees apart. Especially if they're less than 5 degrees apart. But I see that sun and moon together in a house, but they're not less than 5 degrees. So I do see financial problems in his life. Like, he's a big spender. He doesn't really think of investing that much. And seeing as how Rahu is placed on the 12th house, it isn't an ideal placement for saving a lot of money. Yeah. The reason behind this, why sun and moon in a house together, sun is fiery, moon is watery. They tend to cancel each other out. That's why the native doesn't benefit from either planet, and this can cause poverty or financial crises. Yes. Yeah. So I just hope he matures enough. He matures so he can be more financially responsible and think of the future of investing of stock market. Yeah. Sun and moon together in the 12th house can make the native be a criminal, a serial killer. He has criminal thoughts, and he can be criminal minded if need be, but I don't think he will act on it. He's passive minded, remember, he's extremely mellow natured, but he still have criminal thoughts. So he's thinking of it, but he's not acting on it, okay? I'm not sure if I should say that, but I already did, so that's out now. Moon in his placement, I see that he will settle permanently far from home. Like he will I see his permanent settlement in a different country. Extremely different country with different cultural background. Oh no. Yeah. I see him residing in a place where it's different than his home country. And this gives huge profits from foreign lands as well. So the moon gives lots of hidden talents and psychic powers to the native. So you see that the native has a deep and creative mind. And 12th house is solitude and isolation. So whenever the moon is placed here, he needs to focus on mental and emotional balance. Yeah. I do suggest that he extract himself from the public from time to time so that he can re-energize his mind, body, soul. One thing to watch out for is what do you call this? The depression seen from this moon. So moon in displacement can cause the native to be depressed, but again, it can be triggered by transits, specifically Saturn transiting. Yeah. But it can be a different transits. So oh no, I see a force. I see pressure in him taking responsibility and working. I do see him I do see that heavy pressure. Oh no. I do suggest that he retrieve himself from the world so he can remedy that moon, that depression. I suggest that he work in an isolated place without any prying eyes on his figure, without any prying eyes on his on him. Yeah. He has the Sun, Mercury, and Rahu conjunction in the 12th house. So I do believe that I I do believe that he has a distant relationship with his father and sibling, but he has a close relationship with the mother. I do believe that the mother, even though the moon is in 12th house, I do believe that they're close. Mom and Jungkook. I do, do you call this? He prefers to communicate through odd, through odd ways, or this can simply mean that he can communicate through online means. So yeah. What else? Oh, he may be a victim of an illness related to nervous system. What do you call that nervous system? What do you call that? What do you call that nervous system? I mean, what do you call that illness? The thing that makes you tick. Like, Sun, Mercury, Rahu's like, tick. What do you like? I don't like your left eye keeps on blinking without you controlling it, or your left hand kept on twitching, and those uncontrollable ticks. So he might fall victim at this illness. But yeah, I think it will happen after the age of 22. Yeah, after those ages, he will feel those uncontrollable ticks in his body, like his left hand twitching, his left eye twitching, his right eye twitching, those ticks. Yeah. So I do see that his sun and moon are both in Leo. Okay, so I'll share you guys. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna share you guys. No, I mean, I'll share a secret to you guys. That's what I was about to say. I'll share a secret to you guys. You see, when you determine, I've been hearing Mrs. John in tarot channels, how Mrs. John is this or that or this, or Mrs. John is this and Mrs. John is that. Mrs. John is younger, Mrs. John is older. Okay, so I've also seen channels where I've also heard channels where they say that her sun in Vedic astrology, her sun and her moon should be in Leo. Okay? That the twin flame, his twin flame should have sun and moon in Leo. I'll explain why they came up to that, okay? So, when you do synastries, you look at the sun and the moon. If they both share the same soul purpose, you look at the sun and the moon. For example, you and I are a couple. Let's say you have a sun in Taurus, and I have a moon in Taurus. We both share the same same purpose. We're both soulmates, and twin flames are essentially soulmates at the highest degree. So, all I can say to that is, when you find a twin flame, when you find your twin flame, nothing should make sense. If there's one thing that I have learned, nothing should make sense. Alright? So people say that his twin flame should have a sun in Leo and her moon in Leo. I don't think that should be the case. Because I've personally seen that twin flame astrology cannot determine twin flames. It's like, okay, the way it was taught to me, okay, the way astrology was taught to me, it's this. Astrology is still a human-made construct. It consists of belief systems that claim a relationship between astronomical phenomena and events, or the description of personalities or in the human world. So, in a way, astrology is pseudoscience that has a claim of divine information about human affairs. Okay? So that was how it was taught to me. And I want to make my stance clear that even though, some people believe that the twin flame should have her sun in Leo, I beg to differ. I know I'd probably get a lot of hate, and, well, so be it then, I guess, because astrology cannot determine twin flames, in my experience. And it is soul recognition, not astrology. Soul recognition can determine your twin flame, and let's say that. So, yeah. I really don't want to delve deep into his twin flame, because at the end of the day, it's still a soul recognition, and that is extremely intimate. And so I don't think I'm confident enough to say that her sun might be in Leo, or her skin might be this color, or she might be older. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying anything about his twin flame, because it's different. I don't think astrology can map out your twin flame, but I may be wrong. We have different beliefs. Twin flames are still extremely rare, and I don't think astrology can map that out. Yeah. But what I can say from his chart is that when he meets his spouse, I do see lots of water and Cancerian energy. When I mean Cancerian energy, I don't mean someone who is of Cancer ascendant. No, I mean the surroundings, the environment that they will meet in will be extremely watery and Cancerian. They might find themselves in a seafood restaurant where they're serving crabs, or at the shores, or at the speech or something that exudes of Cancerian energy. Because I definitely see a lot of water and crabs. But water for sure. Yeah. So guys, and I think that's it. That's definitely it. I don't think I can read anymore because I've read everything. Oh yeah, one thing that I can see though is that if he ever decides to be a writer, a blogger, a YouTuber, he'd be extremely successful in it. Not that you need an astrologist to tell you that. I mean, this boy is a sold out king. So, but if he does become an author, he will be an extremely good author. He'd sell his books in an instant. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. I don't think I left anything. So, yeah, I don't think I left anything. So, wait. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I forgot. How can I forget this? Oh no, Jupiter is the lord of the 7th house, and Jupiter is in the sign of Capricorn. The spouse may be misguided in life, meaning that he needs to be extremely careful. He might be blindly following the path of his spouse. Oh no. It's extremely. I do see a spouse can be working as a teacher or as a healer, using her hands, or as an artist. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. So guys, how long was that? Holy crappers, it's 1 hour. Oh my god, I've been babbling my mouth for straight 1 hour. How on earth does that happen? Okay, I guess it happened. This is the end of my reading, of my analysis for Jeon Jungkook's birth chart. Yeah, that was nice. I'm gonna close the application now. That was extremely nice. If you guys want me to read your birth charts, please tell me from the comment section down below, and I'll probably post my IG link down there, but I don't know. Let's see, I guess. If I remember, I'll probably post it, but I don't know. So guys, that's my reading for his spouse, his birth chart, his birth chart in general. So yeah, that's it. I didn't expect that it would be this long, but it became an hour. So I might just be really talkative. Extremely talkative. So, yeah. Have a nice day. Tell me which artist I should do next. Thank you. Stay safe, guys.